This year's Premier League signings have probably been the craziest transfer window signings you've ever seen. Today we're going to take a look at the latest players that come to the Premier League, okay? So these players are not necessarily come from a different team. We're not talking John Stones in this video. We're talking players like Pogba. We're going to take a look at them in this transfer video.
Pep Guardiola, Mourinho, Conte, Klopp, Wenger, the world's biggest managers all in one league this season. Not only the biggest managers we've ever seen, but the biggest players have also come to the Premier League this season. Ibrahimovic, Mkhitaryan, Paul Pogba, players who've moved from Premier League club to another Premier League club, Conte, John Stones.
If I was to give you 5 signings, Batshuayi, Ibrahimovic, Pogba, Mkhitaryan or Sane, who are you most excited for to see this season?
I'm looking forward to seeing Batshuayi, mainly because I'm a Chelsea fan. Definitely Ibra and Pogba, they're definitely going to bring something to the Premier League.
First time the Premier League has ever broken a transfer record like this before. We've seen Bale, we've seen Ronaldo, we've even seen Higuain in this transfer window, but Pogba 89 million, what's your opinions on that?
I don't know what to say. He is a good player, but 89 million?
Last year saw the craziest Premier League in history. Leicester winning the title, no one saw that coming. This year set up to be the craziest Premier League in history, but the questions are, who's going to win the Premier League? Who's going to be the leading goal scorer in the Premier League? And who's going to be relegated this season? Anything can happen.
Who do you support?
Man United.
Man United, so we've got Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Ibra. Which one are you most excited about?
Well, Pogba had a class season, one of the most expensive players in the world now.
It's all about Pogba. Oh, let's get into the video. Take a look at the players. Anything can happen.
So all changed after that run. Let's take a look at the top 5 Premier League signings coming into the Premier League of this season already. Mkhitaryan last season was the players' player of the Bundesliga, meaning, you know, all the players in the league thought he was the best player and they voted him. He played 88 games, scoring 23 goals for Borussia Dortmund, and as we're all aware, he's now signed for Manchester United, okay? And the fee is believed to be between 27 and 30 million pounds for him. He has signed a 4-year contract with them, and there is an option to extend for a further year, you know, depending everything goes well. Now, on his Premier League debut, believe it or not, he will become the first Armenian to play in the Premier League. That's right, that's pretty crazy, and that's pretty honourable for him and his nation. I bet he can't wait to make his debut in the Premier League. I know a lot of people are actually really excited to see this guy perform. Everyone knows he's a really talented footballer. Now, it is safe to say that, you know, Man United have made some of the best signings this transfer window, definitely. It's got to be said. Any other team, any other league, Man United have definitely made some of the best transfers. Because next up, we have a free transfer here. Ibrahimovic has signed a deal with Man United again, which is a fantastic deal. Everyone knows Ibrahimovic, everyone knows what he's achieved. He's been at some big clubs: Ajax, Juventus, Inter Milan, Barcelona, AC Milan, PSG, now Man United, just, you know, biggest clubs in the world. He actually played an impressive 122 games for PSG, scoring 113 goals. That's nearly a goal a game in that many games. That is absolutely insane. Now, he has signed a 1-year contract, but there is an option to extend for a further year, you know, depending if everything goes well. Same as Mkhitaryan. He has been handed the number 9 shirt. Now, this is a little bit controversial because everyone knows that Martial was number 9 and now he's had to change his number, and you know, it's just a bit controversial. Seems to me that everything is sorted out with the club now. You know, Martial's got number 11 now and everything seems to be sorted. He's made a fantastic start to his Manchester United career, and his debut, you know, in the pre-season he scored a bicycle kick, and then he scored in the final Community Shield, final minutes of the game, shall I say, to win it for Man United. But the third Man United player we all know is Paul Pogba, who's broken the record for the most expensive footballer in the world of football. Between 2011 and 2012, obviously he was there at Man United. He only made 3 appearances for them. He then left for Juventus. He played 124 games, scoring 28 goals, which isn't bad for a midfielder for Juventus. He's done pretty well there. So he has signed a 5-year deal with Manchester United with an option to extend for a further year, same as the other 3 players, for an all-time record transfer fee of £89.3 million, okay, plus bonuses depending on loads of things that could happen. So obviously this surpasses the, you know, former world record fee of Gareth Bale, so, and obviously Ronaldo and other few players there. there. So Paul Pogba, the most expensive player in football. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comment section down below. I want to take a look at someone on the other side of Manchester at the minute. Another really expensive player was bought this year, Leroy Sané, coming into the Premier League. We know they signed John Stones as well. Now, Leroy Sané is a very interesting player to talk about. So Sané has joined Manchester City, signing a 5-year deal for a reported £37 million, with performance-related add-ons potentially making the fee of £46.5 million. So depending on performances and stuff like that, this guy could be worth £46.5 million. That's how much Man City could pay for him. Guardiola obviously liked this guy at his time in the Bundesliga, obviously thought he was really talented and wanted him at maybe Bayern Munich, but they actually waited and got him at Man City. This guy's only 20 years of age. He's got a long career ahead of him, super long career ahead of him. And then finally, another really expensive player to come into the Premier League this season, a very interesting one as well. We have Batshuayi, I think I've pronounced that correct. So listen to this. In April, English Premier League club West Ham United were reported as favourites to sign him, but they offered 35 million euros. 2 months later, Crystal Palace, their neighbours, made a bid of 38 million euros, which is a lot for Crystal Palace. It would have made him their record signing ever if it ever came through. So then Juventus apparently made a bid after that as well. So that's 3 clubs really making a bid for this guy. And just to make it interesting, Palace's bid was accepted, but he did not want to move to Crystal Palace. This then resulted in a 40 million euro bid from Chelsea, and obviously that was accepted. He's happy to go to Chelsea, and now he's signed a big 5-year deal. This is Chelsea's new manager's first signing, 40 million euros. This is a big statement. He's turned down a couple other clubs, and a lot of clubs are interested, including massive clubs like Juventus. Obviously, they've lost Higuain, Pogba and stuff, so they were trying to fill that void. Anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed this interesting transfer Premier League video, make sure you do drop a like and a thumbs up down below. Subscribe for more FIFA videos. I'm out. As a pleasure as always. Peace.
It's Sky Sports' biggest ever season with 126 live Premier League games. Who knows?